We need to talk about these 10 things I wish somebody had told me. I'm just learning some of these 4 months in. Hey everybody, it's Ella, and I'm so glad you're joining me for this video because I really want to talk to you about the 10 things I wish someone had told me when I first started playing Dreamlight Valley. And some of the stuff I learned, 4 months into the games, like the secret to the item limit issue. So this is definitely for everybody, whether you're a seasoned pro or if you're just picking it up now. So this is my advice to you, friend to friend. I really hope that you get something from this and you can pass it on to all your friends who are playing the game. Let's get right into it. So item number 1 on my list is you need to move your house as needed. Now I know that sounds super obvious, duh. It's something that I never did, and I'm really kicking myself for not doing it now that I'm looking back on it. This just has so many practical applications that I really missed out on, like moving your home if you need to restore your energy when you're collecting things or mining. I mean, the whole storage aspect of it, if your house is right there, you can just run inside, get more energy, drop off your stuff, and go. It's just such an obvious thing that I never thought about, and the game really allows you to move anything, so it's an excellent option for when you're working on big projects or builds. It's just a no-brainer, and I don't know how I missed it. Number 2 on the list, however, is something that I use every single day. It sounds so funny, but it is changing your settings to reflect your daylight. Now, that sounds weird, but listen. I work a job where I'm away all day working. I come home at night, and that's when I get to play in the valley. That being said, it's always dark, so that wasn't good until they added in this new feature where you can change the daytime. So it only affects the actual light level in the game where the sun is and all that. But it's nice because now I can play in the light instead of it always being dark. It makes it a million times easier for filming videos like this. And I mean, I'm someone, I like the bright sun, bright colors, so daytime in the valley is definitely where I prefer to be. Item number 3 on my list is something I've been testing out a little more new, but it is if you buy clothes from Scrooge, he won't bring the exact same thing back in. And I know it sounds funny because you see things in there that you know you already bought, but they're a little bit different. So I have these pants, I own them in 3 different colors in the game at this point, but I never see that same one come back in. So if you're having a problem with Scrooge where you're getting the exact same clothing over and over again, you're looking for something specific or something different, if you have a little bit of extra money lying around, you might as well buy them up and then they won't clog up your shop, and then you can kind of make room for those new items that you were looking for. Now I should say this does not work with furniture. I get the exact same mushroom fireplace in there. It's almost a weekly basis at this point, but it's always there. So definitely try it for the clothing and the accessories. The furniture, you're just gonna keep getting repeats of that. But hey, maybe someday Scrooge will fix his supply chain issue and we won't keep getting those same repeats. Item number 4 on our list is don't waste your rare or hard to get resources. Like those dream shards, I know it can be tempting to break them down. Don't do it. That red algae, don't sell it. I know that it might be enticing at the time, but it can be really hard to get. Same with that rich dirt. Oh my gosh, that can be so hard to collect. I've dug a ton of holes and it's really hard to actually find it. So don't sell it, don't waste it. I know it can be tempting, but you're going to want to keep it for down the road when you actually need a lot of it. Item number 5 on our list, we're actually going to step out of the virtual world and enter the real world for a minute. It is join the community. I get questions all the time about how I know some of this information, and it's from Twitter. It's from interacting with the community that's out there, the different platforms that they have through their Discord, their Reddit, their Twitter, their Instagram. There's a ton of people out there who they want to talk about Dreamlight Valley. So join the community, become part of it. It's a super fun part of this game. Item number 6 on the list, we are jumping back into the game, and it is you need to get creative because not everyone gets to live on the beach. And it sounds so funny to say, but the more characters we get, the more it seems like their houses are made for the beach. There's Ursula, Ariel, Prince Eric. Stitch's house is beach themed. There's Moana, there's Maui. You also have Donald down there on the beach. There's a ton of characters that seem like they need to live at the beach, but you can get around that because that's some precious area and it's going to fill up so fast. So consider placing them in some other areas that you wouldn't necessarily think of, and then get creative with your decorating. It's all yours. You can do whatever you want with it. I have Prince Eric living over in the Glade of Truth, and up at the Sunlit Plateau, that's where Stitch is with Buzz and Woody. So I'm just trying to make different areas to keep my beach a little bit less cluttered because I'm sure we're going to get more characters for that area. Tip number 7, this is for those people who are just about to start their game. This is the biggest piece of advice I have for you. I could make an entire video on this. I am so passionate about it. Do not waste the avatar design tool. I'm just going to repeat that so it can sink in. Don't waste it because that is the biggest mistake I made. Don't get me wrong, I love the outfit that I made and what I brought over into the game. But knowing that that is your one chance to have access to most of the clothing and hair items that are available in the game is wild. And I think most of us underestimated that and just kind of made an outfit and brought it over into the game. But then once you get in there and realize how hard it is to find things, like the hair, oh my goodness. Good luck finding that in Scrooge's shop. That's like a once every 2 weeks you might see something if you're lucky. And those clothing items, they're also really hard to find, especially if you're looking for something specific. So you know what, if I was doing it again, I think I'd be a little more strategic with what I did, and I would probably layer some stuff so you get a little bit of extra as you join the game. Item number 8, we're going to talk about fast traveling with your map, not only to the wells around your valley, but also to the realms, which I always forget that you can travel to the realms from your map, but it is so useful. Like, I had a quest the other day for Wally and I had to travel to his realm. I did it. It was like 2 seconds and I'm there. So easy. It's just so convenient instead of having to go the whole way up to the castle from wherever you are on your valley. And you can just travel to whatever wells you have unlocked. So very convenient, super easy. Love it. Here we go. Tip number 9. I am very embarrassed to admit this, but I fall victim to this. I forget about my friend who has the digging skill. Now, I think out of all the skills, digging is probably the most underestimated. It's not flashy. You don't get a lot of money from it, like mining or doing fishing, gardening, things like that. But it can be so useful when you're trying to collect items like snowballs. Use your digging friend, you can get double the amount of snowballs. Same with the clay that you're trying to get, that rich dirt. It can be so hard to get, but if you bring your digging friend with you, it is so much easier to pull up good stuff. I even get chests sometimes when I'm digging with that person. So really good option. I would totally recommend. Don't forget about them. I know they're not as flashy as all the other ones, but you should definitely work with them. Now we're on to the last one. I promise big things for this. So tip number 10. I can't even believe this one because I found this out kind of by chance after doing my video on making $1 million from harvesting pumpkins. So to make my $1 million with my pumpkins, I had to dig 650 holes. Then I went and I was trying to decorate in my plaza and it told me that I couldn't place anything because I reached the limit, and my mind was blown because obviously I knew I had space left. I did not place all the items. But little did I know, holes, flowers, sticks, they all count in your item count when you're decorating. And I couldn't believe it. I mean, it's something so simple that I never thought of, but if you're running into that issue of you're reaching your limit, check and see how big your garden is. Do you have a bunch of holes around? Do you have a bunch of flowers that you place? Do you have just a ton of sticks around? That's going to affect the number of decor items that you can place, and I was shocked. There you go. That is my advice for a friend, the 10 things that I wish someone had told me. I really hope this helps you guys. Comment down below if you have any advice that I didn't mention. And let me know if there's any video that you guys want to see. I want to help. I'm here to spend some time with all my YouTube friends and share in this beautiful game. So let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I will see you in the valley.